Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Gardner's channel for Indian flat beans. You may have seen a lot of different types of flat beans, and there are a lot of them that exist in the world. In India, particularly, there are over 100 varieties of flat beans, and each variety has a little bit of unique taste, texture, and the fibrous content of the shell. It varies. This one is one variety which is called Surti Papadi. In this one, the shells are edible and it is very delicious and it has a really nice fragrance. And we planted this a few months ago, and this has taken over the entire guava tree. We'll go over that entire journey. So let's start from the beginning. It started a few months ago. We took 2 gallon container and planted it and put it right next to the guava tree. You can see the trunk of the guava tree right there and the plant right there. So it was only one seed that grew, and we put the container there, and within a matter of a few months you can see the entire tree has been taken over. You do not see anything to do with guava tree at all. The entire tree has been covered from head to toe completely by this flat beans. You can see the few leaves and branches of guava tree coming out there, but talk about one plant to rule them all. So be careful whenever you plant this. You don't want to be planting too close to the tree, otherwise it will take over and you will not see anything else. It looks amazing. It's very green, vibrant, but it also attracts lots and lots of aphids, guys. So be very careful when you plant this. First of all, it is amazing. The flower looks beautiful, as you can see. It has a nice white flower with a little bit of hint of a yellow in the middle. And when the beans, flat bean starts forming, it looks really good. It's very obvious, and you can keep harvesting it. It keeps coming. I mean, when we talk about yield, I have never seen any other plant that gives as high yield as this Indian flat beans. One plant, if you plant it well, if you provide good enough nutrition with the good compost and fertilizer, and you water it well and make sure it's located in a bright and sunny area, 6 to 8 hours of sunlight every day, you can get it in the summer times at least around half a pound to 1 pound flat beans every week. It has that high yield. You get lots of it, and you can just break it off from the plant and start chewing on it. That's how delicious they are. There are two different ways you can eat it. One with the full size seed inside, and just a fresh small one. And both shells are edible. The shells do not throw out the shells in this plant particularly, because they're edible. They taste great. You will even forget about edamame. Let me tell you that. When you eat this, you will not be thinking of edamame at all. That's how good this plant seeds and fruit really is. Flat beans are a great source of vitamin A, K, C. It has a good amount of protein as well, being beans, and has a folate, vitamin B, iron. So you're running low in energy. Try this, and you will not regret it. Let me tell you, you'll be very happy with the yield, with the quality of the product that you get, and also the nutritional benefits as well. Here I'm going to show you us harvesting these pods. So when you harvest these pods, make sure that you are taking the fuller one, which has a little bit bigger seeds inside. But when you touch it, you can feel it. When you're touching it, if it's a flat, don't take it off, because the seeds still forming inside. Beans are still forming, so you can. This is relatively flat one. So when you break it, you can see that there is no bean formation that has happened, but you can still eat it, and they taste delicious. And again, as I said, no fiber at all in it. So we harvested quite a bit. And once you harvest this, then you can either steam it like edamame, or you can cook it with the eggplant, and you can cut it into pieces, and you can even put the shells into the mixture when you're cooking. You're making a curry, or you're making some grilled vegetables. You can throw this, and it would add that extra nice flavor to your dishes. And look at the leaves. Leaves are really thin and heart shaped, and they are bright green color. But more is in the sunshine, the brighter it will be, and also the higher the yield it will be. It will need a lot of water, so make sure to water generously, have a draining soil, and put a compost. We end up putting a cow manure, which is compost cow manure, and it really helps with the vigorous growth. And we also provide good amount of nitrogen because it is growing quite a lot of seed. But don't give too much nitrogen, otherwise all you will see is a foliage. So make sure it's a good balance, not too high of a nitrogen, and good P and K as well. And put some azomite. I cannot put enough emphasis on azomite because azomite is a miracle substance. Everything tastes so much better when there is an azomite that goes into the nutrition supplement for the plant. So put some azomite and make sure you water well, provide good amount of frequent once a month, look at it and see if the growth is not happening so well. Provide some compost, some fertilizer, and your plant will thank you. And the thank you that your plant will give, let me tell you, you'll be very, very happy. So, if you're looking for something that is going to have extremely high yield and doesn't require much maintenance, but there is only one problem with this plant. As I said, number one, it easily takes over anything that is around it. And number two, so you will have to set up a good trellis. So don't plant it, don't make the mistake that I made. Plant it right next to the guava tree. Make sure it's in a sunny spot. I did not select a good spot for it. And make sure that it has a good amount of sunlight that is coming through. And this plant have a lots of aphids problem because a lot of foliage and it increases the risk. So make sure you're spraying neem oil whenever you see any aphids. That way you can control aphids and you can have a happy and healthy garden. Keep gardening, my friend. And if you have any question, please post it in the comments. I will respond personally to all the comments, and subscribe and like this channel. Thank you. Have a great day.